What's up? We have arrived in Melbourne and we're doing a gym therapy session, a classic one. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't have my mic. I was going to go back up and get it, but the dogs are crate training and my wife's asleep. I've done most of my session because I filmed a little breakdown of UFC 317, how Ilia Topuria knocked out Charles Oliveira. And whilst that was uploading, because the internet's not the best, I kept TikTok open whilst uploading that, and I just kept doing little bits of my workout. And I pretty much finished my workout. Hotel or apartment weights, normally they're not very heavy, so I can kind of row the whole thing with quite a lot of ease. So I've been doing more power focused stuff. I did some max isometric hold single arm into some reps to failure, and I was like, yeah, cool, but I don't really just want to keep doing that. So then I switched it to maximum power, limited to 8 reps, and then go from there. Been awesome being here. We arrived in Melbourne yesterday. I actually wasn't initially going to film this. I wanted to make that point first, because I was like, well, it's going to be like a 5-minute video, you know, what kind of gym therapy episode is that? It's not really a full thing, but I realized that is being like, oh, all or nothing, instead of, okay, what can I always do for sure? Hey, I've done that stuff, I can recap what I've done, share something here, and keep it all going. It's been really good. And we arrived in Melbourne yesterday. I think since the last gym therapy session, I didn't say it there or anything, but we were unsure of how we were going to get here with money-wise. I think I did maybe say this. There was some stuff about okay, we're not going to dip into the savings anymore, because I was getting into that habit of, dip into the savings, because in my mind, we got so much in the savings, I can just dip in until we get to Melbourne. And I was like, okay, once I get to Melbourne, then it'll be different. Then I'll start doing the next thing. But my wife pulled me up on it and was like, no, that's not what we're going to do, because that's not what we agreed to do. And then she did also point it out, why did you change the plan? What we said we were going to do, why did you change it? And for me, I didn't even realize until she brought up the question, because for me it was just a little bit. You don't go straight from step 1 to step 10, you go from step 1 to step 2, you inch your way into that kind of thing, and then you're like, oh my goodness, how did I start making these decisions? That's why someone like your wife and your partner is so important, because she's just like, hey, what's going on? Why are you doing this from this place? Why have you pretty much resigned yourself to being like, I'm not going to be able to make that money? So, bada bing, bada boom, very next day after having that conversation, made $4,000, and then we just paid for all the accommodation until we're in the apartment that we're going to be in here. So we're here now, arrived in Melbourne, drove in, and I've been so excited. I saw something 2 days ago that was this idea on TikTok of every time you start scrolling, you post a piece of content, and that's how you get started with content creation. That's how this girl got started with content creation. I heard it from some guy. So then I started doing that as well, and I posted, I think, I was playing around with the idea, but posting 8 times a day, and it was so easy. I'm pretty sure I posted 8 times today, and I've got heaps of content lined up from all that. They're different types of content as a result, but it is me really focusing on how I can be really pronounced with what I'm saying and intentional with it as well, in shorter reels and one take kind of thing. Because that's where I really excel, is that one take style, and I really enjoy it as well. So for me, I've been doing some stuff whilst running, and I'll run and do a quick clip because ideas come to my head during that time. About 30 to 40 minutes in, I'll get some ideas cooking with just the silence and the rhythm of it, which I'm very grateful for. Oh, my eyes just got real heavy, so I better start wrapping up. Maybe go grab a little snack or something before, and that. Anyway, I was talking to Yana about it on the drive over here, and she was like, what's the go right now? We were talking about what she's doing, what I'm doing, what we're doing with Build from Vision. And one of the big goes for myself is, she was like, what are you? What is it now? Influencer? Is it creator? The main thing, I sat with it for a bit when she said it, but the first thing that came to mind was educator. Oh, sorry, not educator. I was like, teacher. And then she then said, I can see it being an educator. And that's based on different types of, 3 main types of content. There's educator, entertainer, and I can't remember the 3, but we kind of, Yana had come up with 3. I can remember the 3 right now. It'll come. Educator, entertainer, and inspirer? No. Anyway, the thing that came to my mind was motivational speaker as well, because I am a lot like that, and it's something that people have said to me for a while, but I've always been like a motivational speaker. What's that? But my personality is very well suited to doing that, the speeches and all that kind of thing, and it's what I used to love listening to as well. I've got a playlist of just a select like 6 or 7 that I would listen to over and over again, and I was like, I like the words and the intention behind what they say. There's a lot of meaning to it, and it created some shifts and some stuff within me. So yeah, anyway, that's that point. I don't think I have too much else to say. This is a pretty compact little gym therapy session. I love doing what we do, and I'm going to keep doing it. I just got these For You compressions. They sent them to me this week. They arrived a couple days ago. I just opened them straight up, so I've got these pretty cool compressions. Maybe I'll do a few reps this way, have a little pray, and then I'll do some reps with this on as well. So you get to see a little bit of both. All right, because then I'm gonna head out of here. I made this content about this as well. All right. Right side. Okay. Oh, all right. Pretty solid. Honestly, my trepidation with this is I don't want to sweat through this because I really like this. But it is supposed to be a training shirt. The thing is I don't want to get it kind of sweaty and sticky and all that stuff. But what is God asking me to do? Just put it on now. That's alright. I like to preserve my premium stuff as much as I can, but I already wore them. I got 3 colors actually, so they sent me them, and they're kind of like just do whatever you want with in terms of reviews. And but I'm a big fan of these. These turned out so much higher quality than I thought they were high quality when I saw the photos, but when I got them as well, they're immaculate. So I'm thinking of doing a review. Their stuff, a little live review and all that. But you can see there, I'll see what you can see. We've got the, and this is just me being really hyped about my friend's brand, For You here. I don't know how well you can see it in videos, but they've actually got some really nice little details on the shoulders and that as well. The fit's obviously really nice, I feel. Nice and tight, even around the abs and that. And on the back, they've got Do It For You in a nice little premium there, but they've got that conker written across the back. It's the hardest to see on the red. This is still actually, this one's my favorite, but on the white and the black, it's much more obvious. And in terms of this, I think it's sick. Just the fit that they made. I actually didn't think I was gonna fit into a large. I was like, oh man, maybe I needed a medium. when they said it and sent it, but then I realized I'm kind of a large guy. Anyway, fully sick. I love it. It makes me want to just wear them all the time. I've been wearing them around the apartment the whole time. Okay, I'll do a few reps in this one so you guys get to see it. Some power base reps here too. Ooh. Alright, other side. Pretty crazy. I love the gear. I feel like a superhero. I feel like Captain America when he's wearing his compressions and then when he, just all of that stuff. Little legs that way. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's sick stuff, man. I feel really good in this. I've got some, I have no wipes in here for me to use. Oh no, I think that's it. Anyway, let me wipe this equipment down that I've used. And I'll show you guys a little view out there. I'm pretty much done. Yeah, I'm done. That's a good session. Actually quite a small, it was a little bit of a small one. I wonder how long this gym therapy is, about 20 minutes? 12 minutes, pretty quick for me. Just realized the brightness wasn't turned down and all that. You guys got to see in all my natty lighting. So this is the gym. It's an apartment gym, so there's a little rower. I was a little bit at first because they used a stock image that showed like a full cable setup with a pull-up bar and that. And I was like, sick, I can use that at least whilst I'm finding a gym here. But they have these leg extension, these 4 machines, and you know that's all right. 2 treadies and this. Classic, but they've got this really cool balcony here as well. Here, balcony, and you can see the city in the background there. It's honestly really cool. The spot that we're in is really nice. I'm gonna shut this balcony, and they've got over there. There's a pool, sauna, and a little hot tub in there that I can always go dip in during the hours. So I'm very grateful. Something I realized is, in the past, I believe I've complained about hotel gyms and that when my mum would specifically find us hotels that had a gym. And I know that we looked at this one and I was pretty excited for the gym. And I was mindful of how my reaction could have been like, and could have hurt Yana because she booked this. I mean, I did decide on the place. But I think she was like, he's excited for the gym, you know? So being mindful of how my reaction could come across as like, instead of me being like, the gym, you know, a little bit. It felt like I was misled. It can come across as her being like, I've let him down, you know, because sometimes you're already feeling that, you know, like your loved ones already feeling that stuff. So yeah, here's me, I guess you could say ruining the fit. Look at how low I put this. Almost ruining it, you could say, with my Goku sweaties. But I love them. I think it's a signature, a staple of my look. So yeah, we're here. I'm thinking of potentially going to get some nummies, some snacks for Yana and I. But I'll see. Anyway, this is all the art of being man. Embody that and it'll be all great, baby. Love you guys. Bye.